Famous has been, let me call it my baby. At the end of the day, we're educating as much as we're entertaining. I know it's Msioka. Even if he just plays one keys, like ding, or like legend. I've never watched Empire at all. Hey guys, my name is Enos Olik, the creator and director of Famous. Catch it on Showmax. Come and experience raw talent, crazy music, and crazy drama.
You actually want to leave, right?
It's not always about being Nikita.
You think you can survive without me?
I knew that we were gonna end someday. Even I'm not naive enough to believe it would last.
Honey, without me, you're nothing. Nothing, Nikita. Now let's start from the top.
Famous has been, let me call it my baby. And it was inspired because mainly I was coming from a music industry and a lot of people knew me from directing a lot of videos. So when I was doing the transitioning into now doing long form narratives, I decided, why not do such an idea where we're talking about the industry. And it's not like dedicated to a person or based on a true story. It's just inspired by events that happen in the industry, especially the music industry. And that's where Famous was born. It's been a long journey. And I think in a better place because even how we changed it from the initial idea, it's even way much better. And I'm so happy that we're even doing it at this time because the resources are there and everything is gelling together. Everybody's excited. And for me, it's a step. It's not like the final thing that you're doing. And this wasn't the final part of it. It was just the beginning. And let me not say it was very important to tell this story, but I felt it was necessary. At the end of the day, we're educating as much as we're entertaining. But I think a lot of people relate. Some of them would relate to that because we tried to keep the stories grounded to what is happening in reality. And because of the advent of social media, we get to hear these stories day to day to day. So when I was doing research, of course, I'd go through Empire and Stars. I really love Stars. Funny thing, I've never watched Empire at all. But I know there's a Lucius, I have an idea of what is happening, but and I know the artists who are there, but I've never, same as Game of Thrones, I've never watched it. Shame on me. But Stars, I've watched a little bit of that, and I really loved how they're doing the music videos, and I drew a lot of inspiration from that, and a lot of other musicals and drama-related shows. I feel at home, honestly, when I'm just doing projects which I'm able to go wild. So the thing is, and honestly speaking, so music video is just a short form media. Narratives are maybe a little bit longer, and short films, and even we've done movies which are over, I think, 1.5 hours. So I really love doing music videos because that's where I get to play with whatever craziest ideas that I have without anybody trying to question too much. I can say the whole video, let's do it upside down. And guys will be like, that's when I'm creativity. So first of all, big up to Msioka. He's, as I say, he's a legend. And we've always talked about working on something, regardless. And we've worked on a couple of projects with him. So for me, when we were talking about Now Famous, and it was so easy because trying to figure out what directions we want to follow, it was the first choice that we did, and Msioka was very welcoming to that. And for him, he also wanted to do something like that. He wanted something like that in his repertoire of things that he's done. And we sat down, started talking about themes, started talking about what directions we could follow. And for me, I was very safe because I know it's Msioka. Even if he just plays one keys, like ding, or like legend. But we sat down and he brought in Kuhani, who's been an amazing songwriter. And she really worked with our actor-singers who are very good artists, and they created magic. And even the songs, and you're not just doing songs so that we can just fill up the show. We're doing songs which, like, if we put them out, they compete with other songs. And that's what we did, and we're very proud of that.
You are my black hour. I want you every hour. Situwezi gawana. Loving you sawa sawa. You are my black hour.
Well, I think I've worked with a lot of actors ever since I started, let's say, directing or working in the film industry. But this was they're a very special bunch, because we also handpicked them. When we casted for the 3 main characters, they gave it something else, something different that I hadn't even thought about it. So it was very interesting, even the first time, just to see how they embody the characters. And it's been amazing because most of this, the cast, especially even the main cast, even when you're on set, when you're having a talk down, even before you start shooting, we always discuss, like, what do you think? What direction? Like, and we put, on the first day, we put a rule. Like, from the beginning, when you start shooting until we finish, when you're on set or even off set, like, we should not call them by their birth certificate name or their ID name. So even when you're offset, we call them Magic, Nikita, Nyota. In terms of my process, there are different ways. And I think mostly it's born in experience, having worked with a lot of, let's say, international productions and also local productions. I also learned a way how to move fast. So when I'm also shooting, I also have an understanding of what the editor will do or what the editor will need at this particular point. So at that time, my brain is going on overdrive. So if I'm, for example, I get on set and I just feel somebody is talking to you, like, why did you leave me? I just know the editor will need a reaction shot for you, just reacting to that and nothing more, that 5 seconds. So if I'm getting that shot, I'm just going for that 5 seconds of you reacting. I don't necessarily need to be shooting you from beginning to end. And this type of block shooting sometimes really helps in terms of easing up the time that we take to set up. Of course, there's no shoot which will go on without challenges. And the good thing is we always tackle it. Like, we get on set, something goes wrong, you adapt, you work with whatever you have. So for us, we never treat them like challenges. We always treat them as these are small hurdles that we go over it. Even when you're shooting, it was a time for COVID time. And of course, we had curfew. So, of course, it became challenging in terms of you have to finish before the curfew comes. And it's so unfortunate that the curfew was lifted when you're done filming, but we really managed to work within the timeline.
Can the wheels, the Benzos, na Porsches. Can the designers, the Enzo, na Dolce. Can the mashore, the Hudas, ya the way you keep it real, unaweza nita choge.